Bufanda fue a ver a las botas bonitas y muy deliciosas.
Billy la Bufanda.
Hola, botas,
Billy la Bufanda.
son muy bonitas,
Billy la Bufanda.
las quiero,
Billy la Bufanda.
las quiero.
Billy la Bufanda. Billy la Bufanda.
You probably didn't realize it, but you just witnessed one of the world's most cunning and destructive rapists of all time. You probably know who Billy La Bufanda is because of how world down he is. And that is a problem because Billy La Bufanda is still out there. Billy La Bufanda is just out in our world and he could be doing more of what you've just saw. Do you think that was consensual? No. That was not. He forced them to do that. And I wonder, makes you wonder, what's going on inside the minds of Billy La Bufanda, Billy the Scarf. September 21st, 2012. This day is infamous for bringing the world's most cunning and scary rapist of all time. He is known in Spanish as Billy La Bufanda, but in English he's known as Billy the Scarf. Billy La Bufanda was born in Mexico, and he has moved on to America, where now he has found his place in the world, which is to take the control of every single woman and make sure that he utterly obliterates them. He has left America shaking, and he is still out there. Will we ever take out Billy La Bufanda? I hope so, because this man is terrifying. I am scared of this man, and I'm not scared of a lot. And this man is just terrifying. He has no eyes, he has nothing. He's a sentient walking scarf. Meanwhile, he knows. He has a higher IQ than your average Rick and Morty fan. And that's saying a lot, because Rick and Morty fans are really smart. So, you have to wonder, how did it all begin? Why is he doing this? How strong is he? And why is Billy La Bufanda the way he is today? So basically, the clip you're watching right now tells the story for me, but I'm going to say it anyway. September 21st, 2012, Billy the Scarf was born. He lived in a house, just a normal house, and he was surrounded by other sentient clothes. Now, Billy hated all the other clothes. Why, we know? It was never explained. Billy just, for no reason, really just hates other clothing. And why is it? Well, we'll go into that later. But Billy hates the clothing, right? So, one day, his owner decided to take him out into a walk. And then he was walking on the ice and he slipped. And then Billy came off. And he fell into the river and was washed away. Billy lived a hard and sad life after this point. Where Billy went, no one knows. Eventually, though, he found 2 boots. They were 2 pink boots. And Billy loved them. They were the only clothing Billy would ever love in his life. Because after them, he moved on. Billy didn't treat them terribly. He felt like a nice, actual individual. Until one day, he just snapped. Just for no reason, he snapped. And then, he went in and took control of the boots. Why he did this, like I said, no one knows. But the boots were found the next day dead. So, Billy then, after that, realized that if they can't fight back, it makes his job a way lot easier. So, Billy moved on from boots to normal people, and that begins his onslaught of terror. And ever since that point, Billy has been on the hunt for women, and now he's moving everywhere. So it's kind of hard to do the powers of Billy the Scarf because he's a blue and green Spanish scarf. Like, how do you make powers of this guy. And that's what you think if you're an outsider. Billy has some tricks up his sleeve. One of his powers, right? And before I go into this, I have to let you know, Billy will just, no matter what, he'll do whoever he can get his hands on. He'll do children, he'll do, minors, he'll do elderly, he'll do whoever he can get his hands onto. And one of his moves he does for that is he turns into a pony. If you look right here, you can see Billy as a pony. Some of you might be shocked by this, and he does that so that he can deceive children, so that he can just annihilate these children and leave them scarred for their entire life. And another one he does, and this one is the ultimate one, after releasing his music video, he then, at the end, says, "Buy a Billy scarf." And what he actually does is that's just him getting sent to your house so that he can annihilate you. I would never, ever, ever recommend buying a Billy scarf because you will be traumatized for the rest of your life. That's really all I can say about the powers of Billy because, like I said, he's a blue and green scarf. How do you make powers about this guy? But that's all he can really do. He's not that special. He's just really cunning. Like, usually he brings a weapon with him. He usually brings a golf club. So, yeah, that's all I can really say about Billy's powers. So one thing I haven't told you throughout this entire video is that Billy has a codename, and his codename is Senor Wooly. And you gotta wonder, why does Billy have a codename? What's going on with Billy? Why would Billy the Scarf need a codename? I think I've put the pieces together. Get ready to be blown away. Right? So think about this. We have a rapist, and he makes music videos. He has a very dark past. He makes, his music videos are very popular. That's right. Billy the Scarf is Tobuscus. I've put the pieces together. I can't believe it. I finally...
Do you like my sword, 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 my diamond sword, sword? You cannot afford, my diamond sword, sword. Even if you could,